welcome back to my channel. So for today, I wanted to share with you a quick and easy meal for 2017. We're all trying to get on the right track. So this is just a really simple meal using zucchini spiralized noodles instead of pasta with a delicious meat sauce over top. Really, really amazing to satisfy that pasta and like meatball type of craving. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe. So now that the zucchini is all spiralized, I just laid it out on a paper towel and I'm gonna sprinkle some salt over top of it. And you're gonna let this sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. This is gonna help to pull out any excess moisture in the noodles, so that when we go to cook them, they're not too mushy and they don't get super soggy from cooking them, because zucchinis hold a lot of moisture and we do not want to have soggy noodles. So totally optional, but I'm going to add some mushrooms into my meat sauce. So I'm just starting off with a small package of these. These are they're just called baby bellas. I don't really know the difference between mushrooms. I'm not like an expert on that. So just going to take out a few of the from the package and then chop them. Actually, let me wash them quickly. I just wash them in this little strainer, and now I'll chop them up, and then since I wash them, maybe I'll put them in that little paper towel too, just to get some of the moisture out of them. Should I do that? No, let's do them. Okay, that's fine. Mushrooms kind of shrink a bit, I feel like, when you cook them, maybe. I don't cook with them that often. I always, like, forget how much I actually really do enjoy mushrooms. They don't look appealing in any way, I think that's why. I forget, like, that those are actually really, really delicious. Again, these are not necessary at all. I just feel like, well, I like the flavor. If you don't like the flavor, don't use them, obviously, because it's not going to be totally hidden, but it's a way to like sneak in a little extra veggie into your meal. I'm just really roughly chopping these up in no like style or anything. They're just going to cook down into the sauce, but I just want them to be in nice little bite-sized chunks. We don't have a whole entire mushroom. Okay. Just leave them on the cutting board, actually. They're already dry. Alright, so those are the mushrooms all chopped up. And now let's move on to the next step. If you have fresh garlic, I would definitely say that's preferred, but I'm just going to use this already jarred minced garlic because I thought I had garlic and I don't, but I feel like that's what's kind of cool about this recipe. It's kind of versatile. You can kind of throw in whatever you want. So I got the mushrooms. Zucchinis are my noodles, but like you could throw some carrots into the sauce probably. I'm going to throw some fresh cherry tomatoes probably into the sauce. So let me get those chopped up. Just a couple plain old cherry tomatoes. We'll get these just roughly chopped. This knife is so big and bold, but this little one works so much better. Just roughly chop these a bit. I'm using tomato sauce from a jar, but I just always like a little more like chunky sauce. I personally love tomatoes and the flavor of tomatoes, and so just adding a little bit of real tomato just to get like the freshness, to me, is amazing. Okay. All those veggies look so delicious. Whatever meat you want. You can use turkey, chicken. I personally love turkey and chicken, but my husband really isn't a big fan, so I'm just going to use this Nature Source ground beef, and it's 85% lean, which is good. And it's with no antibiotics, no added hormones. I mean, I'm not like crazy worried about that, but I feel like if you can get it, then why not? So I got my saucepan here. I'm going to turn that up. Grab a little bit of olive oil. And put some into the bottom of the pan. And throw in the garlic. Alright, so let's get our garlic in. So we're just adding the minced garlic. Kind of eyeballing whatever I want. I like a lot of garlic. Oh, that's already super hot. Oil. Oh yeah. Do not want to burn anything. And I'm going to add the veggies now. No. Add the meat first. The meat in. Oh, it smells so freaking good. Get the package open? No. Oh my goodness. Alright. Smelling so weird to me, I guess, because it's so lean. Like, that's a pound. Alright. And we'll brown this up. If this was a full fat meat, you might not need to add any oil to the pan. I did because, from what I recall, using really lean meat in the past, it doesn't cut out a lot of fat, which is good, that's what you want, but since we're going to be making this into a sauce, we don't want it to be super dry. A little garlic and oil is good. This meat is like cooking a little differently than I'm used to. I don't know if anybody knows much about like an Angus. That means smells good. But it's not like as crumbly as it used to. This pan is super nice. I'll show it to you afterwards. I just got it at BJ's today. And it's really a rock pan. Like I think the whole pan is stone. And it's supposed to be non-stick. Just trying to break this meat up. I know if this was regular ground meat that it wouldn't be like this at this point. I think it's just because it's that Angus type, or because it's such a lean cut. I don't know, I feel like it's not breaking up like it typically would. I mean, it's getting there. Taking a little longer. Just gotta be a little bit patient with this meat here. Alright, so I'm gonna work on this and get this browned. The meat's looking pretty much brown now. I ended up draining out a little bit of the meat. I added some oil, like I said, because I thought the meat wasn't gonna put out as much fat, but it actually did, so I ended up draining out a little bit of excess oil. And now I'm going to add in our mushrooms and cherry tomatoes. Stragglers. So my meat's brown. It may not be totally cooked, but that's okay. It's going to cook on here for a little while longer. That looks so good already. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and just start eyeballing. So I'm going to add in some of just some Italian seasoning. Just eyeball some onion powder, some granulated garlic powder, and a little bit of adobo. I'm going to get the lid off. Sorry. Okay. A little bit of adobo. Mix this all together. It smells so good already. Oh my goodness. I'm really happy I decided to add in the fresh tomatoes. It just smells so amazing. Okay, so I'm going to let this just saute it for a little bit, let the mushrooms cook up a little, let the tomatoes get a little more cooked up and softened, and then I'll go ahead and add the jar of sauce. Tomato basil, which I've had before. It's pretty good. So, add that into there. Jar of sauce, lower the heat down. Where the jar of sauce. Stir that all up. Looks delicious. Okay. It looks delish. Maybe I'll add a little bit of salt to this. This is the pink Himalayan salt. I know it looks like I'm adding so much, but I feel like when you use this, like, it tastes just as good as regular salt, but you need a little more than usual for it to be, like, noticeable. A little more for it to be salty. Alright, so now I'm just going to leave this on low. Let it kind of just like marry together. But it's looking really good to me, and it smells really delicious. So I'm going to put this on low, put the lid on it. So let that hang. This is almost done. I've been letting it sit here for about probably 10 minutes with the lid on, just with a little bit of vent open. And I stirred it twice. It's definitely ready to go. It's delicious. I tasted it. If you're ready to eat, it's ready to go. I am not, so I'm probably just going to turn the heat off, put the lid on fully, and I'll just turn the heat back on like a minute or so before I'm ready to serve. But this is so delicious, and this is so easy to like make ahead of time and keep left for lunch. So good. So I'll show you in a little bit how we do the noodles. Bring a little bit of water to a boil. Add the noodles. Try to just kind of like steam it.
delish.